私小中高って本当に勉強が嫌いだったんですよ。でもできないわけじゃなくて嫌いだったんで、その勉強が嫌いすぎてどこにも行けないなって思ってたんですよ。でやっぱそこで井上先生が中学校に井上先生が来てくれて、君はもう本当にすごいスーパースターな選手になって、これ日本を背負う選手になるんだっていうのを言われて、いや1000年に1人の逸材だっていうのを言われて、あ、私はバスケットボール選手になるんだってその時初めて心に芽生え、渡嘉敷ラムってなり始めたんですけど、その時に井上先生が「お前がスーパースターだったらこのチームを勝利に導ける。チームを勝利に導けないということはお前はスーパースターじゃない。もっと頑張りなさい。今でもどんな試合の時でも思い出す。」
Yeah, the practice gets worth it when the practice makes perfect. You gotta earn it, you gotta sacrifice and be a
The first time that I saw Ramu Tokashiki, she played the game in a very different style to the rest of the Japan players. She was able to get to the rim. She had this huge smile, and it was infectious. It kind of set the tone for Japan women's basketball, I think, for the next decade.
ロンドンオリンピック最終予選っていうのに日本は出てたんですけど、その前にちょっと足首の方を怪我して、そこでその予選にも出場できなかったんですけど、
Japan, they still had a chance to make it to London, and they got beat by Canada.
いつもお世話になってる先輩とか一緒に合宿したお姉さんたちがなんか涙してたんですよね。なんかそれを見て、自分はこの人たちと一緒にコートに立ちたい。やっぱ一緒に勝って喜びたいな。まだまだ全然若かったんですけど、その若いながらにチームを引っ張りたいとか、いろいろ多分考えてたんでしょうね。
There was like an awakening inside of Ramu, a burning desire almost.
Tokashiki, the genuine revelation.
気持ちが強くなってから、
She is fantastic to watch.
その大会で優勝したんですよ。
No one expected them to win the title. And suddenly Japan just grew in strength before our own eyes and became the best team in Asia. And if they had any doubts that Japan were the best team, 2 years later, they repeated. They blew everybody out. And Tokashiki, for the second time in a row, was the most valuable player of the Asia Cup.
ってことはアジアだけじゃなくて、いろんな大陸の MVP がいたりとか、その人たちとやってみたい。
And I remember thinking to myself how she was going to compete against the elite players from America, from Europe. And the only way we would really know that is when she went to the Olympics to play in Brazil. And boy, she went to Brazil and was outstanding. And from that point, the world was on notice that a real star had risen in Japan. But there's one thing. Japan didn't get to the podium. They were blown out in the quarterfinals by the USA. It was a kick in the teeth to Ramu to go back to Seattle and be a teammate of Sue Bird, of Brianna Stewart, who had played for that USA team that had really laid the wood to Japan in the quarterfinals. And that filled her with even more rage. She became so determined to prove to the world that Japan could beat the best and could make it to the podium. And missing out on the World Cup in 2018 and watching Japan crash out against China in a close game to reach the quarterfinals just added to that determination. So Tokashiki rededicated herself to being ready for the next time. And the next time, it turned out to be in her own country, in Japan, in Tokyo, 2020.
東京みたいな感じだったのでの練習すごく頑張れて
Ramu is getting ready for the Olympics. Japan's getting ready. They genuinely believe they've got a chance to win the gold medal. And then, boom!
It's official. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics will be postponed.
Should be pushed back by a year.
By the spread of the novel coronavirus.
For a one-year postponement.
あと1年かどうモチベーション保とうかな。でもあと1年準備できるんだ。皇后杯試合中に、ジャンプした着地だったんですけど、着地した時はベンチにいる時はもう涙止まんなかったですね。こう背中をさすってくれるみたいな感じだったんですけど、それが逆に自分もうなんか泣けてきて、ちょっと今でも思い出すと泣きそうなんですけど、なんか多分岡本は感じ取ってるんだろうな。で手術したのが12月24日だったので、サンタさんからのプレゼントって思ったりとか、私仲いい岡本と同い年の岡本なんですけど、ずっと高校生の時から一緒にバスケットやってる、もう何でも分かり合える、それを岡本はやっぱ近くで見ていて、なんでこんなに頑張るんだろうとか、でもラムちゃん無理しないでね、もうダメなんじゃないかな、間に合わないんじゃないかなっていう、ちょっとみんなの頑張りを見たのもこう決断できた、ヘッドコーチのところに行って、オリンピックはもう諦めますって、合宿残してくれてありがとうございましたっていうのをこう伝えに行って、その後岡本に電話して、私泣きながら電話したんですけど、言われて2人で電話越しで泣きながら結構大変でしたね。
Japan had a lot of quality, and they also had a style of play. So even without Ramu Tokashiki, Japan put together an incredible team. They made it all the way to the final and finished with an historic silver. But I think in Ramu's case, she still has time. She still has time to finish this story. Tokashiki wasn't just a great basketball player. She raised the profile of Japan. I think that is going to be one of her legacies, is that when people do ultimately look back, they're going to remember her for being that strong character, that happy character that really puts Japan in a good light.